Some people tell me my fasting sugar is just 120 and I've been managing it like this for years, so it's not a big deal. If you have been thinking the same, let me explain why this number, like 120, 125, is not as harmless as it seems. Because what's happening inside your body at this stage is much bigger than what a single number shows. And if you don't take action right now, you could be heading towards full blown diabetes and its serious complications down the line. So, let me break this down. A normal fasting blood sugar should be below 100 units. If your fasting sugar is between 100 and 125 units on more than one occasion, that means you may already be in the pre diabetic stage. And here's the thing, pre-diabetes is a warning sign that your metabolism is struggling, your insulin sensitivity is decreasing, and your body is no longer handling glucose the way it should. So that makes pre-diabetes a 100% reversible condition only if you act now. Think about this. Your fasting blood sugar is supposed to be the lowest point of your blood sugar in a 24-hour period. Because this fasting sugar is tested after 8 to 10 hours of no food and drinks except for water. Even if after all those hours of fasting your sugar is still above 100, it means your body is struggling to bring it down. Imagine what happens to you after you eat. Your post meal sugar is likely to spike way higher even if you don't feel it. Here's where most people go wrong. They think I feel fine, so it must not be a problem. But that's exactly what makes high blood sugar levels dangerous. It does not cause pain, it doesn't show immediate symptoms, and you might not even feel it until years later when complications actually start showing up. Diabetes does not develop overnight, it builds up slowly over a period of time. And by the time you feel something, a lot of damage may already have happened. So, let me tell you what's really happening inside your body when your fasting sugar is above 100. At this stage, your pancreas is working overtime because your body is already insulin resistant. The more insulin resistance develops, the harder your pancreas has to work. Eventually, maybe over a few months or a year, it gets exhausted. And when that happens, blood sugar shoots up even more, which leads to full blown type 2 diabetes. But that's not the only thing going wrong here. High fasting sugar means your blood is carrying more glucose than what it should, even when you have not eaten. And this excess sugar starts damaging your blood vessels, nerves, kidneys, and brain. It's like a rust slowly eating away at a metal, except that this rust is happening inside your body silently. One of the first things that get affected is your heart and your blood vessels. The higher your blood sugar, the more inflammation in your arteries. This leads to high blood pressure, stiffened arteries, and a much higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. That's why globally, almost 70% of people with diabetes die from heart attack. Another major risk is nerve damage, also known as diabetic neuropathy. You might not feel it now, but over time, as diabetes sets in, you may notice tingling sensation, numbness, or even a burning sensation in your feet and hands. That's because the high sugar is damaging the tiny nerves in your body. Your kidneys are also at risk. If you are pre-diabetic, your kidneys are working harder than usual to filter out excess glucose. And over a period of time, this can lead to diabetic kidney disease, which is one of the leading causes of kidney failure. And here's the scary part. By the time kidney damage starts showing symptoms, it's usually too late to reverse it. Now let's talk about your brain. Of late, have you seen the sudden surge in cases of Alzheimer's and dementia, even in younger individuals? That's because high blood sugar increases the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. In fact, some researchers call Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes because of the way insulin resistance affects brain function. So, if your fasting sugar is over 100, your brain is already experiencing higher levels of inflammation, which can lead to memory loss, difficulty in focusing, cognitive decline, which are also warning signs of future type 2 diabetes. I know this might sound overwhelming, but here's the good news. You can stop this from getting worse. Let me reiterate the fact that prediabetes is 100% reversible if you act now. If you lower your fasting sugar from 120 to under 100, you are reducing your risk of full blown diabetes by over 70%, and that's a huge difference. But waiting for too long means you are letting your body move further down the path of destruction, which will make it harder to turn things around. So, what should you do? The first step is to fix insulin resistance, which is the root cause. Most people focus only on cutting sugar, but the real problem is how your body processes what you eat. That means improving your metabolism, reducing visceral fat, and balancing your hormones. It's nowhere about just avoiding sweets. And if you're watching this and thinking, okay, I get it, but I don't know where to start, maybe that's where I can help. I worked with people over the last 8 years, some of them who thought they were managing their blood sugar, only to realize they were slowly walking towards diabetes. And with the right approach, they've turned it around. So if you want a personalized strategy, wait no more, click the link below to meet me live.